Let's have a beautiful experience. In this video, we're going to talk about how to handle other people's energy to help you manifest a bigger penis, naturally raise your testosterone and your human growth hormone. It's a beautiful thing. You gotta love it. Alright, before we get started here, please do me a huge favor. Please ring the bell, subscribe to the channel. Of course, give me that Arthur Fonzarelli thumbs up like so I go, hey. And of course, follow me on the social media. I go by Jesus_Detroit on my Instagram. Snapchat, I'm YOUNGDAYGO. And of course, like Rocky Balboa says, hey, no bell. So make sure you ring the bell, because I'm putting content out daily. And in this video, I'm here to tell you about how to handle other people's energy. And you know what we're about here in the BCC, the Big Cock Consciousness, the Big Cock Collective. We'll help you manifest a bigger, wider, thicker, longer, stronger, and harder penis. Help you naturally raise your testosterone, your HGH. I'm a spiritual guide and a mentor. I'm here to expand your mind and increase your size. And without further ado, I'm here to tell you about other people's energy and how to handle it within you. So, looking at me, man, the buns whacked to the right or left, whatever, depending on the screen. Been running for about 26 hours now, coming straight from the gym. And, doing a big, busy day. If you guys know any of my projects, I got I'm going to have a super lit JoJo and Jesus experience coming up. Working on my other projects. I'm going to deliver them as I do. And, it was just a really long day, like I said. And we were talking about Detroit Rock City. We're talking about 25 degrees Fahrenheit. We're talking negative 13 Celsius. We're talking wind chills. We're talking being out in the elements. And we're talking about remaining calm, riding the storm, keeping the energy, grabbing it at any given moment, because it's always there. And like I say, man, every single day before your feet even hit the ground, this is what you got to come with, man. You know how I do this? The gratitude attitude. You got to just do this with me right now. I got a shot today. I feel beautiful. And that's what we're going with. That's what we're growing with. Because that gratitude's the attitude. It puts you in that receptive mode to help you grow. And with this flow, I feel like I'm going to have to drop this bun and just let it flow, because it's been wrapped up a bit too long for my liking, and I just gotta let it flow for you, because man, I just ate, mind you, I ate it like a large pizza right now. Just hanging out with my animals. Look at that flow going. I'm feeling beautiful. Oh man, it's gonna be a beautiful night. Probably gonna be sleep hibernating for a long period of time, but be as it may. You know me, man, I'm always following that Wu-Wei flow, the path of least resistance. And that's definitely a way that can help you grow. It's a Tao practice. I do a lot of Tao. Look at this hair. It's a crazy lion mane right now, man. But whatever, man. I'm definitely digging it. We'll go with that. You know what I mean? We'll keep it slick back. Crazy Jesus. You know what I mean? This is a unique day anyways, because I'm here to tell you about handling other people's energy. And one of the best ways that I can say it, man, is if you want beauty to appear, you got to keep this clear. And I'm always preaching this. And I believe in this, because I know that you got to be a clear conduit for growth. So you got to write that down. I'm clear to grow. And I'm here to show you about, when you're bumping against other people's vibrations out there. It might be, happening unbeknownst to you. You might not even be realizing that this is what's going on. It might not affect you. But I'm just giving you, I'm just letting you know that if you ever get yourself in a, predicament where you got people that are, running their own game, I'm here to help you hold your own, help you stay sane, and help you grow. And this is how we got to do it. Like, I do a few mantras that really helped me out along the way, because like I said, man, you're dealing with a whole bunch of different energies. I hang out with a whole bunch of different characters, and people bring different things to the mix. And what you got to do is understand that you are your own. You got to understand that, for one thing, whatever you put out there is directly coming back to you. So you got to make sure, number one, that you love you. And number two, you got to make sure that you're loving everybody. You got to love out there and love within here. I know it sounds crazy. It might sound like, what are you talking about? It's just all about everybody around you. You got to be that calm presence to just let everybody know that you're, to change the matrix in a sense. Because like this, when you're thinking about that, think about this. A mantra that really got me through the day was, I would always say, what's going on here doesn't matter to me. This doesn't matter to me. I would say this has nothing to do with who I am. This has nothing to do with who I am. This has nothing to do with who I am. And I know that might sound crazy, but go ahead and write it down. This has nothing to do with who I am. And anytime you just hear somebody just barking around you, talking about their stress or whatever, doing just like some type of emotion where it's just kind of vibrating the place, maybe you're not affected by it. Maybe a lot of empathic people can pick up on other people's emotions, and when they're throwing out like stress or whatever, you got to understand that, number one, you're kind of creating your perspective on the way that you're interpreting who they are. So you're thinking that this is a stressed out person, it's creating more stress in your mind. That's no good for nobody. So like I said, the mantra of saying this has nothing to do with me is definitely something that can get you through a certain situation to keep yourself clear to grow. And like another thing you got to think of is, if this is like a whole bunch of you got to look at this as like, this is camera 1 and somebody around you is camera 3. You think that camera 3 has anything to do with camera 1? Camera 1 is just focused on camera 1. So that's what you got to do. And that's why I always say, this has nothing to do with me anyways. But like I say, regardless, it's a reflection of who we are, because we are all from the stars, and whatever's inside of me is inside of you. And like I say, all truths are true. So you just got to find the ones that make you. And when you're going with this flow and you're handling other people's energies and you're not letting it take up your whole energy, you're understanding that you can grab it at any given time, because energy is always around you. It doesn't matter if you've been up for 30 hours, and like I said, eventually you're going to want to crash out anyways. But you're talking to a guy that's, running on, coffee, and like I said, a large pizza at this point, and a few protein shakes and a few bananas and some other things. I've been getting that protein in. I even had a burger today, believe it or not, Baconator or something. Yeah, man, I had to get that extra protein flow in me to help me grow, because I'm doing that, I'm talking about the collective beliefs to help me achieve. And as we know, the more protein you have, the more you grow. And it might not necessarily be, 100% with everybody's belief. You could talk to the vegan strong man, and they did one of the most lit interviews on YouTube that you can watch, man. It's definitely worth, I preached this a couple of times. You're talking about that guy, he looks like an airbender, and he uses words like indeed and nutraceuticals, and it is so. And dude, I'm telling you, one of the greatest. You should watch it, and this should be on Netflix. The fact that it's on YouTube, I mean, this is a whole nother platform in itself, and you really got to give praise and thanks that this is out here, that this is here for us to just, relate to. But what I'm talking about right now, man, that guy would, he works out in he's in a caloric deficit all day. He's a vegan, and, you could be a vegan and do it. And he's like, dude, the guy's jacked, man. He's got huge arms. I'm sure he's got a huge piece of meat swinging between his knees. Because you know what we're about here, man. Making that huge piece of meat swing at the knees and throb to the pecs. Making you your best. And, you see that guy's in a caloric deficit. And you could pick up a lot of, because he's got a lot of scientific value for what he's talking about. And when we're talking into science, like I say, man, I don't discredit science, but I don't discredit magic. So whenever you're hearing a scientific belief about this is what you got to do, you have protein and it does this. If you sleep like this, it does that. And, if you're a vegan, it does this, that, and the other. Whatever you're grabbing onto to formulate you is essentially all you're doing anyways. And you got to understand that you're your own collective belief. And like Rocky Balboa says, nothing's real unless you believe in yourself. So if you believe in you enough, essentially anything and everything works. But I'm just saying that if you need a collective belief to get you out in a pinch, to just start you on the track, to let you flow, to grow, nothing wrong with that. But you can grab onto a little bit over here and a little bit over there and a little bit to make you a huge bit. Massive is what we're talking about. And since I'm going with this, you know what I'm saying? I'll even say one of the other things that I was going with, one of my other mantras I was saying today was the universe. I said I am magic, I am divine, and the universe is on my side. But whenever you see me doing this pump, I always got to preach about Paramahansa Yogananda, the guy that says the mind is the wielder of muscle. So what does a diet have to do with anything? What does it all mean anyways? Your mind is what's making the size. So if we're talking about that, this is the mind muscle connection. I don't care how much weight you're lifting, what you got on the bench press. It's about putting your mind into the muscle, because when you want to really just get it in, you repeat this phrase to get that last pump in. You say, I am magic, I am divine, and I can increase my size. Oh yeah, man, feeling lit. And we're talking about 26 hours without sleeping, and I'm here, I'm naked in a chair, and I'm literally growing on the screen, hair flowing, skin glowing, body growing, spirit knowing that I'm helping out the masses. And like Paramahansa Yogananda said, Steve Jobs read his book, we're talking that the mind is what makes the muscle. And like I said, man, whenever you're in a pinch out there, don't forget to say that magical phrase in the middle of the day. I am magic, I am divine, and the universe is on my side. So go ahead and write that down. That's a beautiful one that will help you get through the day. So yeah, man, that's a beautiful thing. Got a beautiful pump, and I'm feeling extra today, man. I'm really loving this. And just for that, you know how I do. Gotta say salute. And yeah, of course, you know me, man. At the end of the day, one of my rituals, I gotta have me my beer. You know what I mean? Beauty appear, keep it clear, have a beer, have some cheer. Salute. It's a beautiful thing. Like I say, man, I don't condone the use of alcohol, the use of drugs, but I don't condone the use of you not being you. And whatever you got to do to put within you to make yourself you, if you got to have yourself a Coca-Cola, you got to have yourself, you know, I was going to say a Slim Jim, yeah, brother. Just whatever you got to do to make yourself feel something. Have a candy bar. Everybody's got their vice. Maybe not. I mean, even these holistic types got their own type of, you know, some dark chocolate and peanut butter fix. Whatever you got to do to just get yourself that extra reward for whatever you are is what we're doing. Because the way I look at it, and this is something worth saying, because all these spiritual guys out there, they might not tell you that they're enlightened or whatever, but they sure will tell you about their diets and the things that they ain't putting in them. And we're talking about, I don't do fluoride this, I don't do aspartame that. And I'm a guy that I try not to chew aspartame gum, and I don't do, obviously bottled water has fluoride in it. And believe it or not, I know a couple different beers that got the lowest amount of fluoride in them. You want to talk about a new holistic rabbit hole? I don't know why anybody hasn't jumped on it. You heard it from me first. If we're talking about fluoride-free beer, I know the Dos Equis and Coors Light are some of the known ones out there, but then who knows? Somebody might find something else different on a chart. But I mean, you got all these craft beer people out there, and I'm surprised that not one of these guys is preaching about we are fluoride-free beer. And you know what? Like I said, the fact that I said it, it might be out there. I just literally created it, because thoughts are things, and it's just like that, man. It's like, obviously, you see me with a brewery right now. Right? And that's really what it comes down to. It's like a Gary Vaynerchuk thing. Like, oh yeah, you invented, you had the idea for Uber. Then why didn't you go invent it, right? But whatever, man. The idea is you got to take a great idea and you got to put it into practice. You got to put practice into action, which is another great thing that I got to say, because you know me, with the exercises that I teach in my program about getting, no, it doesn't matter about, your work schedule, about how much sleep you're getting. Essentially, you can create anything and everything within, because everything's here, the divine is inside. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter about how much sleep you get and how you work and I gotta do this many hours. Don't get lost in everybody else's program. I'm here to help you. I'm here to help you hack your own program and make your own manifestation out of what you got. Because essentially the steroids, everything that you want, the drugs, the cannabinoids, the DMT, Joe Rogan, it's in here, all right? And you can release it at any given time as long as as long as you're in touch with yourself enough to understand that you have the power. And some people don't understand that, but I'm here to let you know that you are powerful, you are beautiful, and you got more going on than you know. And I'm here to help you grow. And that's why I got things like the masturbation for manifestation, and the super edging, the jelking, the Kegels. This isn't the no fap movement, man. I'm here about exercise for extra size. I'm here to take a practice that could have been looked at as a mistake, and I'm here to help it be something great. And that's what I'm doing for you, man. My main intention here is to help people get in touch with their body, be more comfortable with who you are, and understand that you shouldn't be ashamed of you, man. Because like I say, man, for everybody out there, this is my quote, all right? For everybody, somebody's dick's getting hot and somebody's pussy's getting wet. So never let your insecurities ruin anybody's happiness, man. You guys are beautiful. Look around you, man. There's a lot of people making beautiful babies, and what's beautiful to you should be, opinions vary. That's like Roadhouse, Patrick Swayze, one of the best lines Dalton said, opinions vary. You know what I mean? When he's talking about, what if they were talking I'm giving you a Roadhouse analogy. You gotta love it, man. If I'm getting you smiling, I'm doing something right, because the smile is divine. It's made inside the mind. And when we're talking about Dalton and Roadhouse, they had the bouncers and he's talking to them. And the one guy's like, what if he calls my mama a whore? And he goes, is she? And that's the type of thing you got to understand. You can't let things bother you, man. And like he said, at the end of the day, it's just a job. He was cut and dry type of guy, and he was a philosopher. It was really a great movie. I'm not going to... It's worth watching, all right, man. It's definitely action-packed, 80s style, and, it's definitely something that's worth the while. If you're into that kind of thing, otherwise, go ahead and watch the Mangaloid or whatever they call that new thing on Disney or whatever, man. Teach their own. Like I said, if it's doing this, it's doing something right. And that's what you got to do every single day to let you know that you're alive. If you're looking forward to watching the little baby Yoda, if that's going to make you happy, then by all means, go for it. If you want to watch Roadhouse, Rocky 4, 5, any Rocky Horror movie, any of those movies, anything that you want to do for you is something that I am all about, as long as you're doing it with love. And you know me, whenever I get this heart pumping, and this is something that I do every single day, every room that I'm in anyways, and this is another great way to deal with energies. Don't even have a thought about it. But like I say, man, when you got energies bumping around you, the mantras will really help. But like I said, I'll say them since I'm pumping it. Like I say, whatever I'm doing, whatever's going on, this has nothing to do with me. I am magic. I am divine. The universe is on my side. And then, like I say, man, whenever you're just, going through the day, and you just see somebody looking at you, hear somebody on the phone, somebody looking at you on the other side of the gym, wherever you happen to be, even traffic, just intend on that person to have a beautiful day, feel love in some kind of way, and go along your day, and you just did something beautiful. That's one of my main intentions here, man, because essentially, at the end of it all, we are all one, we are all love, and there's no reason to hate one another, man. Let's have fun while we're here, let's laugh at some things, and let's have some fun. And let's not get lost in these holistic rabbit holes. If you got to do this, you got to put a crystal under your bed. You got to have an earth vibrator to resonate this. It's like, hey, you know what? If you believe in that, go ahead. You know what I mean? Me, I'll take one of these. You know what I mean? I'll take a couple of these. Say salute, some wine, whatever I got to do is what I'm doing. But I'm telling you what, it doesn't matter about, about all these fluoride-free gimmicks or whatever, because no matter what, everybody can at least accept that this could be a collective dream, right? So why do we gotta just get behind that? Oh, you can't do this. It's like, dude, if you look in the Matrix, my mind's telling me that this is a steak, right? Or my mind's telling me that this is going to taste like this. And that's something that you can go with. But like I said, man, I feel that the collective beliefs are what's ruining things today. Like, essentially, this was never a problem until somebody had a problem and they blew up the problem. You understand what I'm saying? And just like meat was never a problem until somebody found it was a problem and really made it a problem, you know? And then as it keeps going and there's documentaries and then you can't do this and you can't do that. And that's essentially what's creating problems that don't even need to be there. Like, who knew that aspartame was in gum? And then you're asking yourself, why are they putting aspartame in it to begin with? And then you got people like Alex Jones saying, yeah, they're talking about they're putting barium and aluminum and everything. They're taking over. The globalists are taking over. And then you get lost. And then it's like, why am I going to follow this rabbit hole of nowhere? You know what I mean? For that, I'm just going to go ahead and look within and understand that nobody's got any more of an opinion than you do. You're beautiful. I believe in you. Whatever you got to say, whatever you believe in is true. And I'm not here to get in your way. So for that, I say salute. It's a beautiful thing, man. I really feel happy and grateful that I'm here to share this beautiful moment with you. I intend on you guys to spread love. I intend on you guys to grow. I intend on you guys to know that we got the ho grow coming up, and we got so much beautiful things. And this holiday extravaganza, it's going to be a super lit holiday special, holiday grow, holiday flow. We got a whole bunch of things in store. 2020, whatever you want to call it, that's just a number. 2 and 2 make 4. 4 is a 13. Numerology, what does it all mean? All it means is you're beautiful, and I love you, man. You guys, I believe in who you are. You know me, Triple D. No, we ain't talking diners, diamonds, and drives, Guy Fieri. We're talking don't doubt your dick. We're talking don't make your huge piece of meat. Don't make that stick your stick unless you're making people laugh. By all means, you keep doing you. But if we can argue and understand that words have validity and words are powerful, let's not put negative words with our body, all right? Because I believe in your body. Watch your words, spread the love, and understand that, you know, we're all one another out there. And whenever you get yourself in a jam, I got a few mantras at hand. You know, whatever. If you guys got any other mantras that can help out anybody in a jam, go ahead and write them down. And I'm telling you, man, when I was saying that whatever's going on has nothing to do with me, it really helps you just really appreciate it. And like I said, man, when you look at it from your camera 1 and that's camera 3, does camera 1 ever take focus out of camera 1? No. So you gotta stay in number 1 sometimes. You gotta let number 2 be 2, and you gotta always be true. And that's why I always say, man, I am magic, I am divine, and the universe is on my side. I'm open for a miracle. Miracles are normal. How you doing, Jake Ducey? You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Miracles are normal. And that's a beautiful thing. That's something that you guys can go with on, you know, that I'm going to close with. And like I say, man, since we're in this, you know, spiritual, holiday extravaganza, we're talking Salvation Army and red buckets, so you might want to put $1 in. Donate if you want. If not, you know, just don't do anything that you don't want to do. Tip your waiters extra more if you're feeling generous. And if you're feeling generous to help me out, you know, I got a wish list for you to, you know, give me a gift if you like. And like I said, don't do anything that you don't want to do. I don't intend on anybody to do anything other than what you would love to just do. So just gotta be giving is just from here, man, for the sake of giving. So with that, you know, like I said, man, I love you guys, and I'll be seeing you around.